Hello, welcome. So today we're going to do a mobility and stretch class, punctuated with some little core exercises. We're only going to use the mat and a little small cushion during the class. Just make sure that you feel okay today. It's the perfect class if you feel a bit stiff and tired. It's going to stretch you and relax all these muscles. Just follow the class. I'll give you different levels during the core exercise, so just stay at the level that you feel comfortable with, and if you at all feel a bit tired at any point in the class, just please do rest and pick it up as you go along. Okay, so let's start. So we're going to start with our feet together, and then we can open our toes and our heels, making our feet nice and parallel and hip width apart. We're going to take a few seconds to set the weight of our body underneath each foot, making sure it's nice and even. Soften the knees, hands on our hips, remembering our bucket of water. We're going to tuck our bottom under, pouring the water on our heels, and lift the bottom up, pouring the water on our toes. Tucking under and lifting up. Big movement to start with, mobilizing the lower spine, keeping the rest of the body nice and still, and slowly you're going to reduce each movement until you come to the midpoint where you feel that your hips are level with one another. Relaxing your arms down, we're going to roll our shoulders back, melt the shoulder blades towards our bottom, tuck our chin towards our chest slightly, elongate the neck and make ourselves nice and tall towards the ceiling. We're going to take a breath in across the chest and out. Breathing out across the chest, pushing the ribs against the lungs, and out. Or should I say pushing the lungs against the ribs, and out. Breathing out, breathing in again. And then next out, we're going to zip from the back through to the front, lifting the pelvic floor up to your heart, and breathing release. Breathing out, zipping up, breathing release. Breathing out, zipping up, and breathing release. One more, breathing out, zipping up, and breathing release. Now we're going to start warming up by doing some arm circle, bringing your arms up and around. Breathing in and out. Staying nice and tall, warming up the shoulders. One more. And then we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling. We're going to reach one arm up, look to the ceiling, and down. And reach, and back. Reach, and back. Reach, and back. Breathing in, and out. One more. And all the way down. Hands on your hips. We're going to imagine you've got a little hula hoop around your hip, and you're going to hula hoop the hip around the hula hoop. Big movement with the hips, mobilizing them. Creating a nice little circle, lifting up, tucking under, and then we're going to go to the other direction. Hula hooping. Perfect. One more. And back to the middle. Excellent. Arms nice and relaxed. We're going to warm up our ankles now by rising up onto our toes. So breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage through our core, rise up. Breathing lower down. Breathing out, rise up. Breathing lower down. As you rise up, you can slip through your core, tucking or squeezing rather your bottoms to help your balance. Only lifting or rising as high as you can keep your balance in check. Toes nice and relaxed onto the floor. Breathing out to rise, in to lower, keeping the knees nice and soft. Straight to the ceiling. Shoulders nice and relaxed, chin still tucked to our chest, and we still have that big helium balloon pulling us up nice and tall towards the ceiling. The next one, we're going to come up, pause, bend one knee, lower the heel, and squeeze back up. We're going to try here to keep the hips level with one another, trying to keep the knees and the feet parallel with one another. Breathing out and in. Squeezing through our core. Nice and relaxed, popping up and down, keeping the hips level. And the next one, I'm going to pause with one heel down, bring the opposite arm to the bent knee, up in front, and we're going to add arms as we walk up and down. Keep going. We're going to slow down slowly to come back to our rest position. Nice and tall. Perfect. Weight still equal on each foot in the center. We're going to zip up to the ceiling. Look up. Breathe in. Out to come to the side. Bend down like a banana. Breathe in to stretch that top hand. And then you're going to roll forward. Roll all the way around. Coming back to the other side with the other arm up. Breath in. Out to stretch to the side. Breathe in to stretch. Around. To the forward. Rolling around. Coming back to the other side. Breath in. To stretch out. To come to the side. Breathe in to stretch. Rolling forward all the way around. Back up. Breath in. Stretch to seating. Lower yourself down as you're breathing out. Stretch in and round, forward. We're going to stop at the front and use our roll down to come back up, tucking the bottom on the first, and then rolling the spine up. Excellent. We're going to bring our feet a bit wider to our 10 to 2. Arms in front. Arms to the side. Breath in, breathing out. Slowing and lowering down, coming back up. So remembering we tuck our bottom under, sliding against the wall that's behind us, keeping the back straight and the pelvic straight. One more. And back in. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. Come, bend one knee to the side, bring the other foot closer, bear the weight onto that bent knee, breath in, breathing out, zip through your core, inking to lift that straight leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to our big squat. Arms to the side, breath in, breathing out, and in. And up, down, and sliding against that wall, tucking your bottom under. 4, 1 more, and 5. Back in. We're going to go to the other side. Hand to your hips, bend one knee, other knee, bringing the other leg forward or to the side, keeping that knee bent, bearing the weight onto that heel. Breath in, breathing out. We're going to lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to our big squat. a wider stand. Still bottom tucked under, arms to the side. I'm going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do that again. Hands to our hips, bend one knee, come up, keeping the knee bent, that leg nice and straight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to our wider stand, and 5 more squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back in, hands to our hips, bend the other knee, bring the other leg to the side, nice and tall, knee bent, weight onto this heel, zipping through your core, breathing out and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to our wider stand. From here, we're going to twist to the side, bring the front foot forward and the back foot perpendicular to the mat and parallel to the bottom of your mat. We're going to bring our hips forward, facing forward, keeping the back foot parallel to the end of the mat, bringing your hips forward, hands to the side. We're going to do a salute stretch. Take a breath in, breathing out. You're going to bend the front knee, lift your arms up, look up to the ceiling, feel the stretch, the front of your hip. Breathe in and out, come back in. Breathing out, breathing and back. Keeping the pelvis nice and square, facing forward. 1 more. And then we're going to swap side. Turning the hips forward. Breath in, breathing out, bend and reach forward. And in. Breathe into the stretch. And in. Breathing out to lift. Breathe into the stretch and out to come back in. 2 more. Last one. Back into the center. We're going to bring our feet back to hip width apart. And we're going to roll down to our knees. So breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage. Chin to chest. We're going to roll forward, head first, then the shoulders and then the spine. Sliding our hands towards our knees. Stop above our knees. Shift or push your bottom out. Tuck it under, look in front of you. So we're halfway down. We're going to do a cat and cow stretch first. We're going to tuck under fully, rounding the back in, head in. Take breath in and breathing out. We're going to lift the tail out and lift the head out. I'm going to put myself to the side so you can see. Breath in, breathing out, tucking under, rounding up. Breath in and lifting out. Head up. Breath in. 1 more either way. Rounding up first, tucking under, stretching that lower back. Breath in and lifting up. Head out. Back in. We're going to come back to our neutral, tucking the bottom under, looking forward. And we're going to slide one arm to the side, lower ourselves down, press the arm onto the thigh while thread the needle, breath in. And we come back up and we're going to open wide to the ceiling. And we're going to come back. Breath in, out to reach, lower ourselves down, press that arm onto the thigh, breathe in. Coming back up and open to the ceiling. Back in. And again. Thread the needle, reach. Breathe in. Coming back up and open wide. And Last one. Reach. Breathe in and open. Well done. Back to center. We're going to use our roll down to roll back up, tucking under and restacking the spine. Shoulders back. Returning to a standing stance. Perfect. Feet still parallel. We're going to put the right one behind the left one, crossing them over. We're going to zip up to the ceiling, breath in. We're going to do a moon stretch. So we're going to come down or bend to the side like the moon, reach that top hand, and at the same time we're going to roll the right foot out, roll into your ankle, stretching the side of your hip, pressing on the left one, breathing in and back. And again, breath in, breathing out, zipping up, breathing to stretch out, to reach the side like the moon, rolling your right foot out, breathe in and back. Back to the center. We're going to do the other side, left leg behind the right leg, zipping up, breath in, breathing out, to the side, rolling your left foot out, breathe in and back to the center. And again, breath in and out. Breathe into the stretch and back to center. Excellent. Back to our hip width parallel, and we're going to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot behind. We're going to do a couple of roll down to stretch the back of our legs, bottom tucked under, nice and tall. Breath in, breathing out, zip up, chin to chest, rolling forward, shoulders first, and then the spine one bone at a time. The hip in the bottom, keeping the knees soft, and lowering down as far as we can, feeling the stretch the back of our legs. Breathing down and coming back. We're going to breathe in out, tucking the bottom under first, restacking the spine. Roll the shoulders back. Breath in. Do that one more time. Breathe out, chin to chest, rolling forward. Nice and slow. Coming to the hip and the bottom, rolling as far down as we can. Breath in at the bottom. Breathing out to come back up. Tucking the bottom under first. Shoulders back. We're going to swap leg. Other foot forward. Feet still parallel. Breath in. Breathing out. Chin to chest. Rolling forward first. Top of the spine. Middle of the spine. Lower spine. And then the hip and the bottom. Keeping the hips forward. Breath in at the bottom. And out. Come back up. Tucking the bottom under. Rolling back. Breath in. One more. Chin to chest. Rolling forward. In our own time. Nice and slowly. Breath in at the bottom. And out. Come back up. Roll the shoulders back. Back to a parallel stance. Perfect. From here we can have a little water if we need. Before we come down to the mat, we're going to come to the end of our mat. And we're going to lower ourselves down in our roll down to come to our hands and knees. So nice and tall, breath in to prepare. Breathing out, chin to chest, rolling forward, nice and slowly. Remembering the wall behind us. Hip and bottom, lowering down as far as we can. And then lowering our knees and our hands. Coming to our hands and knees. We can have our knees in line with our hips. Feet relaxed. hands shoulder width apart, little head of your shoulders, elbows soft. We're going to tuck our bottom under, creating a nice flat back, chest slightly lifted away from the floor, and you look into the mat. And we're going to do a bit of stretching first. So imagine we're going to have a little tail on our bottom. We're going to swish that tail to the side, look over our shoulder to look at it. Swish the tail onto the other side and look over our shoulder. Swish, swish. So on one side, we're closing in the ribs. On the other side, we're stretching the side of the ribs. Breathing out and in, keeping the bottom under, elbows soft. Swishing our bottom side to side. One more on each side. Another one. Back to the center. From here, we're going to stretch our wrist. So we have our hands nice and wide and flat onto the mat. Fingers nice and stretched out. Bottom tucked under. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we're going to lean forward onto our wrists. Breathing in. Out to come back to the center. And then we're going to lean to the side. Breathing in. And back to the middle. And then to the other side. Breathing into the stretch. Back to the middle. Forward. Breathing in. And back. To the side. And back in. Other side. And back in. One more forward. Back in. And to the side. And again. Perfect. From here, we're going to have a shell stretch. So lowering our bottom to our feet, feet together, knees slightly open, reaching our hands to front. Deep breath in. We're going to walk our hands to one side and lower ourselves down. And walk our hands back to the middle and stretch. And walk the hands to the other side. And stretch. Back to the center. Back to your hands and knees. Bottom tucked under. And this time we're going to do a cat and cow stretch. But tucking under first, rounding up, head in. Breath in. And then lifting the tail up and head out. Breath in. Breathe out, tucking under, head in. Breathing to hold the stretch. And out to move the other way. Breathe in to hold the stretch. And one more either way. And lifting out. Perfect. From here, we're going to do our swimming. So take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out, going to zip from the back through to the front, looking to the floor. Reach one arm and opposite leg. Hover, breathe in, and come back to the middle. And then we're going to alternate. Breathing out to reach, in to hold, and out to come back down. Breathing out to hover, reach and hover, in to hold, and back down. Looking to the floor, keeping the neck nice and long with the spine. Keeping our body as still as we can, bottom tucked under, zipping through that core to hold that pause. Keep going. At the next one, we're going to stay on one side and we're going to bring our knee to our elbows. We're going to reach and hover. Breath in, breathing out, knee to elbow, rounding the back up, and reach again. Breathing out, breathe in, out to bring your knee to your elbow, and out. Breathe in, and again. Knee to elbow, breathe in. 2 more, breathing out, knee to elbow, and back out. 1 more, knee to elbow, back in. And pulse to the floor. We're going to do the other side. Breath in to prepare. Breathe out, engage. Reach. Breathe in to pause. Out to bring your knee to your elbow. Rounding the back up. And reach. Breathe in to pause. Breathing out. Knee to elbow. Breathe in. And reach. Breathing out. Into pause. And out. Knee to elbow. Breathe in. And out. 2 more. Knee to elbow. Breathe in. And out. Breathe into pause. Last one. Knee to elbow. Breathe in. And out. Breathe into pause. Back to lower down. We're going to open our knees as wide as your mat, feet together. Lowering yourself down, reaching forward with your hands. Resting your wrist. And then you're going to open your feet as well, as wide as the mat, and lower yourself down. Coming back to your hands and knees, bringing your hands forward, your knees back into hip width. Bottom tucked under. We're going to have our feet tucked under this time. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, zipping up. We're going to push on our hands and our feet. Come up to our cobra, to our downward dog. Lowering our heels down. Head aligned with our hands. We're going to lower one heel. Return it and lower the other one. We're going to walk our feet, stretching the back of our legs. Breathing in and out. Bottom still nice and high into the head, into the air. One more on each side. And then we're going to lower both heels down. Push that bottom up. Come to your knees. Anchor your feet. Big step forward with your hands. Lower your hips to the floor. Breathe into the stretch. Push back on your heel, on your hands. Bring your hands back in. Tuck your feet under. Push your bottom up. Downward dog. Breath in. Push the bottom to the ceiling. Pressing those heels down to the floor. Coming back to your knees. Anchor your feet. Big step forward with your hands. Lower your hips to the floor. Breathe in, looking straight in front of you. You're going to leave your hands where they are as you push yourself back. Bring your bottom up to the ceiling, chest to the floor. Stretching that top chest. Breathe in. And you're going to walk your hands back in. Lower your bottom towards your feet. Come to your sitting or your kneeling. Shoulders down. From here we're going to come to sitting position. So we're going to come sitting on our sitting bone, sitting nice and high, feet together first. Feet together. And we're going to let the knees fall to the side as much as we can. Deep breath in and out. Breathing in and out. Let the muscles relax. Feeling the knees fall little by little. Try to push them apart a bit more as the muscles release. And now we're going to open our legs nice and wide. Or as wide as we can, still sitting nice and high on our sitting bone. If you're having trouble sitting on a sitting bone nice and high, just you might want to sit on a block or a couple of thick books that will rise up your pelvis, and it will be easier for you to sit up on your sitting bone. From here, we got our hands open to the side. Breath in, breathing out. We're going to twist to one foot, reach for the outside of the foot, back hands lifting to the back. Breath in, back to the facing the foot, back to the center. Breath in, breathing out, twist, breathe in to reach, breathing out to come back up and back to center. Breathe in and out, twist, reach, breathe in, back up and back to center. Breath in, out to come to the other foot, breathe in to reach and for the outside of that foot, back to the middle and back in. We put our hands together, bring our feet cross-legged if we want, still sitting nice and high. Breath in, feet keeping the hips forward. We're going to twist to the side, look over our shoulder, breathe in, back to the middle. Breath in, breathing out, twist, keep the hips forward, look over our shoulder, breathe in, back to the center. Breathe in, out, twist, look over our shoulder, breathe in, back to the middle. And last one, twist as you're breathing out, look over our shoulder, breathe in, and back to the center. I'm going to relax our arm to the side. I'm going to reach up and over, stretching the side of our body, breathing into the stretch, and back. The other side, breathing out, breathe into the stretch, and back. One more. Breathing out to come up and over, breathe into the stretch. Try to keep the chest lifted towards the ceiling. Breath in and back. Last one. Breathing out and over, breathe into the stretch and back to the middle. Perfect. And then we're going to come still sitting on our sitting bone. Feet this time, knees bent, feet parallel. Nice, and everything nice and parallel, sitting high on our sitting bone. We're going to do our roll-ups. We're going to start by small or gentle tilting of the pelvis first. So I want you to concentrate on your sit on your coccyx or sitting bone. On your coccyx, you're going to tuck under and try to slide your bottom under you, creating a little curve with your tummy, drawing those lower toe muscles towards your spine, and then you sit back up. Breathe in, breathing out. You're going to slide that bottom under you, creating that C curve. Breathing in, coming back up, sitting back nice and tall. Breath in, breathing out, tucking under. Breath in, and restacking up. One more. Breath in, breathing out, tucking under, sliding that bottom under you. Breath in, and coming back up. This time we're going to bring our arms with us, lower a little bit further. Arms in front. Breath in, breathing out. We're going to tuck under, slide that bottom under us, curving a little curve tummy towards our spine, lowering arms behind. We're going to hold it, shoulders nice and relaxed. Breath in, arm up, other arm up. Breathing out. Arm to the side, other arm to the side. And we're going to keep the C curve, round the shoulders towards your knees, and sit back nice and straight. Breath in. Breathing out, tucking under, lowering ourselves down, shoulders relax towards our bottom. Breath in, out, one more arm up, in, return. Other arm, in, return. To the side, open the other side. Curve back in, sit back up. Breath in, breathing out, tucking under, relaxing down, shoulders nice and relaxed. Arm up, other arm. To the side, other side. And curve back in. Breath in. Breathing out. Tucking under. Breathe in to hold. Out to lift one arm, other arm. Out to come to the side. Breathe in to return to the knees. Out to turn to the side. Breathe in to return to the knees. Curve back in. Sit back up. Breath in and out. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathe in to hold. Out to lift. In to return. Out to lift. In to return. Out to the side. In to come back. Out to the other side. In to come back. Curve back in. Sit up. One more. Breath in. Breathe out. Tucking under. Shoulders relaxed. Breath in. Out to lift. In to return. Out to lift. In to return. To the side. To the side. And come back in. Sit back up. This time we're going to do a back stretch. We're going to clasp our arms underneath our thighs. Feet still parallel. Nice breath in. Breathing out, you're going to tuck under, roll back, and we're going to pull down our arms as if wanting to separate them. And as we do so, we're stretching the upper back, chin to our chest, separating the shoulder blades. Breath into the stretch. And then you're going to roll back up. You're going to bring your feet closer to your bottom. Sit nice and tall. Breath in. Breathing out. Tucking under. Rolling as far and as you can feel the stretch on your arm. Stretch on your upper back. Chin to chest. Hold the stretch. Breath in. Curve back in. Sit back up. Bring your feet closer to your bottom. Breath in. Breathing out. Tuck under. Rounding up. Chin to chest, feeling the pull on your arms. Breath in. Hold and out. Feeling the stretch going further down your back. Deep breath in. Come back up. Sit back up. Final one. Breath. Feet much closer to your bottom. Sitting nice and tall. Breath in. Breathing out. Tucking under. Head to the chin to our chest. Rolling as far down as we can. Holding it. Deep breath in. Bringing your feet closer to your bottom. Nice and slowly lowering yourself further every time. Feeling the stretch on your lower back. Bring your bottom feet closer to your bottom again. Tucking under further. Then you're going to release your arms slowly. Hold onto your thigh. Tuck further down. And then lower yourself down all the way to the floor. Nice and slowly. Resting your head onto your floor. From here, You're going to bring your arms up behind you. Breath in, breathing out. You can bring your arms back in. Tuck your chin to your chest, lifting your shoulders, using your fingers to walk your hands towards your knees, reaching forward, seating back up. Shifting your bottom closer to the end of your mat. Arms in front. Breath in, breathing out, tucking under. We're going to roll back. See if we can roll all the way down. Feeling the stretch. Breath in. Lower the arms back behind. Breathe in. Out to bring the arms above your head. Chin to chest. Roll your shoulders forward. Reach your hands towards your knees. Use your core muscles to lift yourself up. Walking your hands onto your legs. Go back in. Sit back up. Breath in. Breathing out. Tucking under. Last one. Rolling all the way down. Breathe in. Arm up and up behind you. Breathing out. Chin to chest. Lifting your arms. Chin to chest. Rolling the shoulders. Use your core muscles to lift yourself up. Reach your hands towards your knees. Walk your fingers onto your legs. Lengthen your legs. Sit back up. And reach forward. Hold on to your feet. Breathe into the stretch. Release the feet. Sit back straight. Bring your knees back to kneeling, to bent. You're going to roll all the way back. Down onto your back. Bringing your feet closer to your bottom. We're going to do our shoulder bridge. We're going to try to find our position first. So remembering on our rest position on the floor, we're going to tilt the pelvis back and forth. So squashing the lower back onto the mat and lifting it up. Nice big tilting of the pelvis. Big movements first, feeling the stretch. And slowly reducing each movement until we come to a neutral pelvis, where we have a tray of drinks across our pelvis, a little blueberry underneath our back. Arms nice and relaxed either side. Chin slightly tucked towards our chest. Neck long and ribs nice and soft. We're going to do our shoulder bridge. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage through your core. Squash your blueberry. Squeeze your bottom. Lift the spine up nice and slowly all the way up to your shoulder blade. Breath in. Breathing out, you're going to lower all the way down. Breath in. Breathing out. Engage. Squash your blueberry. Squeeze your bottom. Lift the spine one bone at a time. All the way to your shoulder blades. Breath in at the top. Squeeze that bottom high. Breathing out. Return the spine to the floor. Back in. Breath in. Breathing out. Engage. Squish your blueberry. Squeeze your bottom. Lift the bottom up and the spine. Squeeze your bottom up. Push those hips towards the ceiling. Chest soft. Breath in and down as you're breathing out. We're going to do one more. This time we're going to stay up a little bit longer. Breath in. Breathing out. Engage. Squash your blueberry. Squeeze your bottom. Lift. Push those hips towards the ceiling. Chest soft. Breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to keep your back straight. Lower the bottom down halfway. Push it back up. Down and up for 9, 8, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1, and then lower all the way down. to neutral. Bring your arms up and above your chest. Breath in, breathing out, engage, squish your obliques, squeeze your bottom, coming back to your shoulder bridge. When you're at the top, breathe in, lower your arms behind. Keep your hands behind you as you're breathing out and lower the spine back to the floor. Breath in, come back to the middle, arms back above your chest. Breathing out, engage, squash your obliques, squeeze your bottom, lift your shoulder bridge. Breath in at the top, lower your arms behind you. Out, leave the arms where they are and lower yourself down. Breath in to return arms in. One more. Breath in and out. Squash your oblique, zip up. Breath in, lower the arms. Breathing out. Come back down. Bring the arms back in. Arms back, relax to the side. We're going to stay on that rest position. We're going to bring a little head cushion underneath our head if we want to. Feet a little bit further away from our bottom this time. We're going to do our hip twist. So we're going to take, reset our position, finding our tray of drinks and a little gap for our blueberry. Breath in to prepare, breathing out, engage, and then we're going to fold the knee to the side. Breathe in, return. Fold the knee to the other side. And breathe in, return. Remembering that we need to keep the pelvis in balance. So making sure we don't rock side to side as we open the knee to the side. Only opening the knee to the side as far as we can keep that 12 drinks balance. And the knee that's not moving, nice and still. Breath in. One more. So you can stay at that level if you want to. If we want to work a bit harder, this time we're going to come up to single tabletop. Breath into pause. Out to lower the knee to the side. Back in. And another side. Back in. And we're going to swap. Lower the knee, the foot down. Breathing out, engage, come up. Into pause. Out to lower to the side. Back in. Out to lower the other knee to the side. Back in. And I'm going to swap. Remembering, as we come up to single tabletop, the knee and the foot move together. It's like a windscreen wiper. You're wiping the rain off of the windscreen. The foot is hidden behind the knee and it's moving along with the knee. Trying to keep the pelvis still in that balanced position to avoid sliding of drinks on our tray. Stay at that level if that's enough for you. If you want to work a little bit harder for the next few, you're going to come up to single tabletop, imprint your ribs, double tabletop. Breath in and out to fall to the side. Breathe in, return. Out, fall to the side. Breathe in, return. Staying strong through our core, zipping front and back through to the front, or drawing the lower tummy muscles towards our spine. Keeping the pelvis in neutral and balance from side to side as we open. One more on each side. And if you're in double tabletop, you're going to lower one leg at a time. And back in. From here, we're going to bring our knees and feet together. I'm going to open our arms to the side. Like a big aeroplane. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we're going to lower the knees to one side, followed with the feet and roll our head to the other. Breathe into the stretch. Use your core to come back to the center. Breath in. Out to lower the other side. Roll the head to the other way. Breathe into the stretch. And use your core to come back to the center. Breath in the middle. Out to lower down. Roll your head to the other way. Breathe in. Come back to the middle as you're breathing out. Breathe in the middle and out to lower down. Breath in. And back to the center. This time we're going to bring the right leg on top of the left leg, so crossing them over. Breath in. Breathing out, lower the other way. Breathe, head rolling the other side. Breathe into the stretch. Use your core to come back to center. Press in the middle. And then we're going to lower the other side. Breathe in. And come back to center. Breathe in. I'm going to keep going one more. Breathing out. Use your legs to feel the stretch. Breathe in. Come back to center. Breath in the middle. And lower to the other side. Breathe in. And back to center. You're going to uncross your legs and bring the left one on top of the right one. Now do the same thing. Breath in. Breathing out to lower. Head the other way. Breathe into the stretch. Back to the middle. Breathe in the middle. Out to come back down. Breathe into the stretch. Breathing out to come back to the middle. One more either side. Out to come lower down. Head rolling the other way. Breathe in. Back to the middle. And roll the other side. Breathe in. Back to the center. You're going to uncross your legs. And you're going to bring one knee to your chest. Pin it to your chest as much as you can. Keep it as close to your chest as you can as you lengthen the other leg away. Breath in. You're going to point and flex the foot on the stretched leg. And twirl your ankle in one direction. And in the other direction. From here, you're going to roll the bent knee up and over the stretched leg, bringing your arms in front of you. You're going to use the bottom arm to hold your head. Give support to your head. Other arm in front. Breath in. Breathing out, you're going to bring the arm up and over. And roll your head as you circling the arm around. Coming back in. Breathing up towards your ears. Rolling, following with your head as you circling your arm around. Coming back down from your bottom. Breathing out halfway. In the other half of the circle. One more. Perfect. Then you're going to bring the bottom leg to bent position. Both knee bent. Feet right behind you in line with your bottom. And then arm lengthen with your head cushion underneath your head, between your arm and your head. You're going to roll your hips forward. Lengthen that top hip to create that little gap underneath your waist. And we're going to keep our feet together. Breath in, breathing out, engage through our core. Open the knee and into lower. Breathing out and in. keeping the hips forward as we open. If we want to work a bit harder, we can bring our feet off of the floor to open the knee. Breathing out to open. Keeping that waist lifted, shoulders relaxed. Two more. Last one. And then lower your feet down if they're up in the air. You're going to roll back down onto your back. And we're going to do the other side. So you stay like this. I'm going to swivel myself around so that I can stay facing forward. Stay on your back for a second. And then you're going to bring the other knee to your chest. Keep it nice and tight towards your chest. Lengthen the other leg away. Keeping the knees as tight to your chest as possible. Point and flex the foot on the stretch leg. Then you're going to twirl your ankle in one direction. And to the other direction. From here, you're going to roll the belly up and over the stretched leg, rolling to your side, arms in front. You're going to use the lower arm to hold or rest and support your head. One arm in front, breath in. Breathing out, you're going to come up and around. Follow the arm with your head as it circles behind you. Coming to your bottom, breath in. Breathing in for half of the circle and out for the other half. Following that arm with your head as it circles around. Feeling a stretch on your upper chest. One more. And then we're going to bring the bottom leg bent. Roll onto our side properly. Stretch the bottom arm away. Head cushion between our arm and our leg. Feet behind us. Hips rolled forward. Top hip lengthen away. And then either keep your feet on the floor or off the floor, whether you want to work harder. Breath in, breathing out, engage through your core, open and close. Keeping the hips forward, only opening as far as we can keep those hips forward. Shoulders relax. Breathing out to open, in to close. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Put your feet down. Give your bottom a rub if you need to. And then we're going to push ourselves up to our knees. Nice and slowly, we're going to come to our high kneeling position. So for that high kneeling position, if your knees are a bit sore, you can put a little cushion underneath your knees to soften the floor. And we're going to step forward with our foot. We're going to tuck our bottom under, stretch that front hip. We're going to take a breath in, breathing out, lunging forward and back. Breathing out and in. Keeping the bottom tucked under. Back in. You're going to swap leg. Step forward. Tuck the bottom under. feeling that little stretch to the front, arms up and lunge, and down. One more. Back to our high kneeling. We're going to zip up to the ceiling and bend to the side. Back to center. Zip up to the ceiling. Bend to the side. Back to middle. One more. Breathing out to stretch. Last one. And back in. And from here, we're going to put our hands on the floor. Take the head cushion away. We're going to lengthen one leg away. Fold the other one under us. And then we're going to lower ourselves down, keeping the pelvis square to the floor. Lower ourselves down as far as we can. Press our elbows and then lengthening further down if we can. Keeping the pelvis square to the floor, stretching our bottom. Deep breath in. And we're going to walk our hands back up and then push our chest up to the ceiling before changing leg. Breath in, lengthen, fold under, lower yourself down, nice and slowly, keeping your hips square to the floor. Coming to your elbows first. And then slowly lowering yourself as far down as you can, keeping the back straight. Breath in. And then you're going to push your hands back up. Push your chest up to the ceiling. Come back to your knees. From here, you're going to tuck your feet under and sit on your heels. Deep breath in. Breathing in and out. Pushing the rib cage against, or pushing your lungs against the rib cage. And breathing out. You're going to put your hands in front of your knees. Push on your hands, roll onto your feet as much as you can. Hold it there for a couple of breaths. And then you're going to walk your hands towards your toes. Push your bottom up in the air. Keep your knees as bent as you can. Tuck your bottom under. And roll back up. Nice and slowly. Take a few seconds to let the blood come back down. Roll your shoulders back. Come back to the front. You can clasp our hands together. Push the hands away. Chin to chest. Breathe in. Come up. Push the ceiling away. Breathe in. Arm up to the side. Clasp the hands behind and stretch the hands away and lift the chest up to the ceiling. And relax down. Give your shoulders a roll. Your shoulders a shake. And legs a shake. And you're done. Well done. That was a lovely class. Lots of stretches and mobility. You should feel nice and relaxed now. Ready for your day or ready to chill out in front of the TV if it's the evening. I hope you've enjoyed it and I wish you a good day or good evening.